Well, you can hear an angry rumble along Pit Straight here at Hampton Downs, and that's the sound of the NZ Central Muscle cars. And Ian, we're back for the, well, can Foggy make it 3 in a row? That's the big question, I suppose.
We'll see how it goes today. The reverse grid yesterday was set up on wet times, with the dry times yesterday in the last race. Foggy's obviously been put back a couple of, about not 6 seconds from where he was yesterday, so we'll see if we can make it through the field. You know, off the front is Trevor Swan, the same as yesterday. Then Paul Bowden, Greg Running, Steve Doherty, Tony Boyden, Rick Van Sweat, then Paul Kett, Bruce Kett, Steve Neuer, Mark Holland, Andrew Turner, Dean Owens, Grant Dalton, Hugh Gardner, Dean Perkins, Greg Honor, Andrew Anderson, Clark Hopkins, and Angus Fogg. So we'll see how they go today.
Yes.
Bruce has got a better start today than he did yesterday. Straight to the front of his pack.
It was almost the Triple A's yesterday. Angus Fogg, Andrew Turner, and Andrew Anderson.
Exactly.
So it was like an AA meeting out front. So we'll see what they can do today as they smoke it up for the third time walk, getting the wiggles and the wobbles, number 87. And that's Steve Doherty. Yeah. Coming out of turn 2. Now, we just had a bit of a chat about the performance of the series leader, Dean Perkins, number 75. A few issues in the Falcon.
Yeah. Yesterday when I was delivering out the timesheets and that sort of thing, he said it was a little bit slower. He had to watch the heat. It was overheating coming up the hill and that sort of thing. So obviously backed out of it a little bit and obviously finished the race, obviously to get some valuable points for the championship.
Now this Commodore here, the white Commodore, didn't look like it was handling that flash coming out of the hairpin going into the dipper.
Yeah, it's probably one of the better handling cars out there. You know, those sort of things, the VLs, they were around sort of, you know, Bathurst days and that sort of thing compared to the other rockers out there. They're, you know, a lot better handling.
It looked a bit wobbly coming out of the old dipper, or going into the dipper, I should say, coming out of the hairpin. So it's Swan still out in front, Bowden running, Doherty, Kett, Boyden, Neuer, Holland. Clark Hopkins, he started in front of Angus. I think he's burst his way up the field. Dean Owens, Greg Honor's out there as well. He's lighting it up in purple colours, which shows us that they're the fast cars on the track. A 108.2 for Angus Fogg, so he's pretty quick from the get-go as well. There's that lovely Tirana of number 8, Clark Hopkins.
Clark Hopkins was second in the championship at the last meeting, but he had the front fall off the engine, and they've done very well to get that car back on the road as well for this meeting.
There's another one coming out. See that out of the hairpin?
Yeah.
Old Andrew Turner lights up the rear.
Yeah.
Just a bit heavy on the old gas. 67, a beautiful looking car as well, right? Rick Van Sweat in that lovely Chevy Camaro. Number 67, hence the reason why the number 67, I would say. There he is, round the outside.
Yeah, 67 is actually a NASCAR powered vehicle, so it's got a fair bit of rally under it.
That Commodore looks straight out of Bathurst, doesn't it?
It does.
It's just a great sort of synergy between that sort of look, even that Tirana.
Yeah, I think it used to have like a sequential gearbox in it, but now it's gone back to the H pattern like they have to run, 4 or 5 speed manual.
So more authentic.
Yeah.
So round the back part of the circuit, round by turn 2, Hamilton Ashford. So the National up and over 3. It's got that real good roller coaster ride here with the undulations that are unique to Hampton Downs. It's not a flat track. It's more of a European style. You've got this beautiful big cambered banking dipper, the Porsche dipper. And that gives it a real good flow. And then, of course, you're up and over the hill. So you've really got to have an idea about where you place the car on the track. It's got a lovely flow about it, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good driver's track.
Yeah, good driver's track. Mark Holland's going really, really well this year. Last couple of years he's had engine failures sort of at the first round we've gone to in Taupo, and it's been a bit of a shame, you know, it sort of put him out for the season. And Steve Neuer, it's sort of like a Mosell's team sort of thing, really. He won. Steve Neuer is obviously a bit disappointed because he's not up the pointy end. He's won sort of last 3 years in a row the Group 2 championship.
Field spreading out, 5 laps to go. Another one of the cars that looks good and has been very happy with the performance over the weekend is number 35, Grant Dalton, in that lovely 1970 Camaro. he's been running second in the championship too, hasn't he?
Yes,
Behind Dean Perkins.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a group of like 5 cars now that are all really, really competitive in the front of that pack. So
there's Foggy, there's Dalton, there's Perkins, all working their way up through the field.
Craig Boot.
So Foggy down the inside. That classic black and gold. Great side, look at that, coming out of the straight down to the ITM sweeper. A whole stack of NZ Central muscle cars working their way around that sweeper. Dean Owens, Boot, Turner, all trying to catch the slightly slower cars out in front, because they're not actually going that slow, are they? They're still doing 1:14s.
They're about 7 seconds a lap quicker than the other cars, the faster guys.
Big rumbling V8s, great sound here, echoing around the valleys of the North Waikato. Around turn 1. It's all about the braking here. Getting it set up properly for turn 2.
Foggy and Boot having a bit of a tussle there for a position.
How's those for a couple of Mustangs?
Beautiful, beautiful presented cars, both of them. Craig Boot's obviously come from stock cars and that sort of thing, so he knows sort of how to pedal a car, and he's doing very, very well in his first season in this event.
Bit of smoke coming out of some car there, is there? No.
Might have been Trevor Swan's car, I think. Here's Paul Bowden making a move for first.
This is the battle for the lead. Because he's like El Presidente, do they have to sort of let him go?
Oh no, once they put those helmets on, it's winner takes all.
So here he goes.
Steve Doherty's got a NASCAR-powered Group 1 car, so he's obviously a little bit more power than Paul Bowden. So we'll see how we go. Looks like it's working all right so far.
Well, yeah, a 67 Chevy up against a 68 Chevy. 2 Camaros, one from Wellington, one from Auckland. Here they are out in the field. So you got the Camaros out in front being chased down by the mighty Mustangs. There's a really nice looking car, Bruce Kett too, with a 68 Chevy Camaro. So we've got 3 Camaros.
Yeah, that's a replica of the old Coppins car and this sort of thing. The guy, Tony Boyden, who runs the VL Commodore, he's actually got the original of that car.
Rod Coppins.
Yeah.
Great stuff. It's like the old Paul Fahey Escort.
Yeah.
And then you got Leo Leonard.
Yeah, all those legends out there.
Legends of the past. So here they are, streaming down the straight, going into the Dale ITM sweeper. This is a real good blast from the past, and here comes the man of the moment, and Mr. Angus Fogg.
He'll be hungry for another win.
Yeah. Well, have a look at the old speed of the lap times here. We've got 3 laps to go. There'll be a couple to go as they cross the start-finish line now. So your leader, Steve, he's doing 1:11. 3 of them round the outside, including Foggy. He's going to make a pass and shoot right up into contention. Around the outside, and nicely done. And he's doing 1:08, so 3 seconds quicker. And he's going to really put the battle on to go for that 3-peat. Can he do it? He's got plenty of time. Greg Honor, number 429. Here goes Foggy. And he's got the Camaro in front. So it's the battle of the 67 Camaro against the 70 Ford Mustang. This is going back in time, but they may age, but they never lose their appeal, do they?
That's it.
So down the straight, what will the Camaro man do? When was the last time Steve had a win?
Well, I think he had a win down in Taupo, I think, actually.
Well, he knows.
A brake lock up there, under pressure.
He knows that Foggy's there.
Yeah.
It's all about the drag race now. The Camaro against the Mustang. Ford against Chevy. GM. He's got the inside line. Oh, it's going to be 3 in a row for the man who does the 3-peat. The flying Ford Mustang of Angus Fogg. Great drive by Steve Doherty to come home in second. Greg Honor from nowhere whipped it up into 3rd.
Yep.
Still a lap to go.
Andrew Anderson's coming through the field as well.
So they're still charging, Foggy. So he's done a good job there. So the Mustangs are up there, the Camaro. So it's Mustang, Camaro, Mustang, Camaro, Tirana, Mustang, Camaro, Camaro, Mustang, Falcon. What's happened to Dean Perkins? He's stuck in 10th.
Maybe still having a bit of overheating trouble or something like that. So normally he'd be right up the pointy end.
So I called it 1 lap too early. But he's certainly done a great job, Angus Fogg.
And Andrew Anderson, he's doing well in that car because obviously he drives on the other seat in the XE Falcon. But he stepped out of the XE into that because it was the easiest car to repair and get it to the track. It's taken them 2 weeks. They only finished it sort of Thursday night. So
now it's the checkered flag time for a very, very fast Angus Fogg. And Honor just squeezed up Steve Doherty over the line. A flying finish there, and Steve did hang on for 3rd place. So the 2 Mustangs getting up, one from Auckland, one from Hastings. Steve Doherty coming home 3rd in that lovely 67 Camaro, followed by Boot in the Mustang. Clark Hopkins coming up in the Holden Tirana. Hugh Gardner, they're coming home in 6th, followed by Andrew Anderson in a Mustang. Another Chevy Camaro there from Hugh Gardner. Bruce Kett, 68 Chevy Camaro. And 8th place, Dean Perkins in the XD Falcon in 9. And Grant Dalton, the 1970 Chevy Camaro, rounding out your top 10, followed by Bowden, Boyden, Owens, Van Sweat, Turner, Holland, Neuer, Swan and Greg running. So